Hello, Brenna. I'm eating popcorn, because obviously that's a sensible thing to do when you've got 4 minutes left of your countdown. But how are you? I have Greg in my ear. You haven't got Greg in your ear, but I've got Greg in my ear. And, yes, EGX rundown, shortly. Greg is teeny tiny, Chloe Raccoon. Absolutely teeny tiny. Teeny tiny in his little box. Hopefully still in the same position. Rather than me having to move him again like I did about 2 minutes ago. So we'll see what happens. What up? How are we all doing? Ugh, let me just unmute all the things that I had to unmute. Have I unmuted myself? That's generally a good start. I did!
Yes.
Well done, me! And that was Greg. Nice intro. Cheers, Kev. Have you not seen that yet, Kev? Have you not been here for the intro yet? It's cool, isn't it? It's fun. Hello, everybody. Chloe Raccoon, Greggles, obviously. Brenna, Jordan, Rugland, Kev. I made popcorn. So I'm now just gonna... Is he allowed, Greg? I turned him down. I always turn him down. Hold on, let me turn him down a bit more. Greg, be spoken.
I am bespoke, because there's only one of me.
That's true. Hopefully that should be a bit better now. He should be a tad bit quieter now for you, all your ears, and stop making them bleed. But yes, I made popcorn just before the stream because I thought that was a good idea. So it's just kind of like a very chilled stream today. Mainly because I couldn't be bothered with makeup. I'm tired. And the tramadol hasn't worn off yet, so I'm still a little bit offy. Anyway, how are you lot? Also, hi Greg.
Hello.
I'm going to sit and eat popcorn until they'll tell me how they are.
I mean, that's a good idea. Everyone, be typing in the chat in the box.
Co-host Greg.
Co-host or Minister for Justice?
Why not both?
That's too much pressure and effort. This is a lazy stream. Nah.
You have tea, cheese, garlic bread. I wonder where you got that garlic bread from.
Garlic bread.
I didn't have time to make tea, so I've just got Pepsi. And yes, all good, Kev, this side. Chloe went for a walk, stopped for tea and brunchy foods. Now my feet are working out how to complain to my brain. Oh, that's always good. It's always good with a breakdown in communication in the body. Yeah. So yes, we're doing... I know, right, Brennan? So today we're going to run through EGX and the hell that was. Sorry, it was a lovely time. It was made better by Greg.
Eh?
Eh? Right, we should really stop the music, so otherwise we'll not hear anything.
But Rihanna said don't. And so did, well, we weren't to blame it on the boogie. Yeah.
No, is that it? Like,
My defense stands.
Okay.
The defense rests.
let's just take it. Let's just roll with it. Alright, should we see her, Greg?
I mean, it's up to you.
What?
It's up to you.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? It is up to you!
I've pressed the button. You have arrived on screen.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. Oh, wasn't that your face on day 4?
Let me try and recreate that.
It kind of was.
Yeah.
So, we went to EGX. I've just brought up basically a one of the games that we played, just so you don't all see what my sad front page of YouTube is. Because I'm shamed, and also some really old content of me, and nobody needs to see that. It always comes up on the front screen. I'm like, why is that still there?
If you haven't taken it down, because it's no bad.
A live Greggles. I mean, compared to what, a dead Greggles? No?
I mean, I would prefer the latter option.
No.
But, yeah, that's the usual response I get.
No. I will throw popcorn at you. Wait.
It bounces back. It bounces off your monitor.
It does. It does. So, I think one of the highlights of EGX is the stuff that we got. To be honest. Greg got some sick ass art, and I wish I'd seen the one that I wanted, and then we would have got them cheaper. But I didn't see mine until like Saturday. I didn't get it. Look, here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Dun, 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 dun. Focus, you piece of shit camera.
Is it? Oh wait, do you know what it is? It's because it's still got that fucking protective film layer on it.
Don't take that off. You need it.
Why?
You need it. As in live on screen as opposed to only his lovely voice. Oh, yes. So, yes, would you like to explain this to us, Greg? Rather than trying to play the Ouija board or some shit? I don't know, wobbly board?
Yeah, so it was actually my friend Pete that was there. I had no idea this was a thing, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you should probably see this." And then I messaged him, "Yep, I should." And then I went and got it, and he said, "How much is it?" I was like, "No." I didn't care. I was going on with it, but it is a an interpretation of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, obviously non-canonical because you have a green and a white ranger, in feudal Japanese samurai or ninja armor. It is very fucking cool.
It is really cool. What it's designed to do is to sit in front of a light box, isn't it, Greg? Greg?
Yeah. Can you get one of these? Eat?
No. So basically, it's designed to sit in front of a light box, and because it's made of like quite thick plastic, it basically makes all the art pop. There was also a really cool Jessica Rabbit and a really cool Joker one, but I didn't see those till Saturday, and I wasn't paying the price of them. So Brenna says that's cool.
Thanks.
It was cool. Now, my adventures around the marketplace were a little bit more lighter on the pocket. Firstly, I went on the random dice thing. I managed to get some purple dice that Brenna now has in her possession.
Yeah, they were very cool. Well, that's not what was in that. You got basically it was like a full character thing.
Yeah, it was.
The
Yeah,
dice were the main reason you did it.
yes. So there was that, and then on the final day, it was 2 for 20 on Sunday sale as they called it, and I got focus, you piece of shit. I got the Joker pop pin. Better than non-random dice. It would defeat the idea of dice if you could predict them. It would. Yes, and his elf wizard with a wine-bound necklace. Yes. Yeah. And then I also got Jessica Rabbit pop pin. Because it's fucking cool.
Hell yeah, it is.
Joker!
And those pins are, like, really big as well.
They are. They're like full pop size. They are full pop size, aren't they?
Yeah. Almost. Yeah, I think they're just, like, marginally smaller, but yeah,
not by much, are they, really?
Like a...
But yes, we've got... I got some Snufkin stickers from the Snufkin game, which I played. And we'll go through the trailer of that when we get to it. Greg's still dancing to his own music.
No, I stopped it, but it's in my head.
Fair enough. And then what I did was I went and entered another little raffle, tombola thing. I haven't got all my stuff from Games Aid because some of it's going to go elsewhere, but we did Games Aid. Now, Games Aid had this fucking tombola on, and you basically, what was it? Was it pound a ticket, wasn't it, Greg?
Yeah.
And basically, it had a shit ton of prizes, and it was a bit more popular than what they thought it was going to be by the time they'd run out on Saturday of prizes.
Which was... Yeah, but not even like the end of Saturday, midway through Saturday.
Which was really cool. Really, really good for them. But we both came away with prizes from there, didn't we, Greg?
Did, yeah. I won a t-shirt, which they basically just asked for a size, and then they gave you whatever t-shirt they had. And I also have pins too. I don't know what these are actually from. It says Super Pick, the Entertainment War. Okay. Yeah, I got them. Yeah.
But pins.
But pins
are fun. Yeah.
Woo!
I ended up with, I went on it twice, 3 t-shirts, a Lucid Games like goodie bag, which was mainly stationery. I got a Dishonored art book, the Dark Pictures Anthology for Xbox One. I got 2 key rings for some game, and I can't remember what it was.
Watch Dogs.
Was it Watch Dogs?
Yeah, it's a little pink dude.
Yes. And what else did I get? Was that it?
The bag, 2 pins. Because I got 2 things. You got 6.
They're going twice.
Oh. You did go twice, yeah. But the second time was when you won the t-shirts, and they didn't have all the t-shirts sizes available, so you didn't really get choice.
No. So I've ended up with 3 medium t-shirts. Guess what's going in the raffle on the charity stream? Which was a pain.
Funny.
But then I went on another one.
It all went to charity.
It did. They've done really, really well. I think when I spoke to them on the Saturday at about, just before 1 o'clock, they'd done £2,000 by that point. Which is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Then I went on another thing on the Sunday. Now, if you've ever been to a gaming convention, you will have seen the guy who makes like the custom Pokeballs, like little Pokemon in little settings, and they're very cool. But he also has artwork. So basically, I went in the blue one. If I got a blue token, I would have ended up with a Pokeball, but alas, I didn't. So I got a postcard and an A4 print, which I think he was a bit annoyed at because every 10 seconds he was like, "Have you chosen yet? Have you chosen yet? Does it look like I've fucking chosen? No." So I decided on a little Link and Navi little postcard.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. So,
have you fucking chose yet? That was his Navi, the guy at the stand.
He was. And then I also got an A4 print. Which way around does this go? This way. The big planty boy getting Mario, and Mario's hat has got like the little vine through it.
Yeah.
So that's really cool as well.
Super cool.
Super cool. And then I went to the art place to buy more art that I can't put up in my house. So I got 3 different bits. So firstly I got Fallout New Vegas, which is just the helmet. My camera will not like putting these up because they're shiny. There you go. That's it. That's the angle you're getting. Which is really, really cool. I got the... Come here. Come away from your friend. Thank you. I don't know which way around this goes. I can never remember. Fuck it. And then I got the GTA 5 map. Which, obviously, is one of my favourite games. So, I had to have it. Had to have it. And then the green screen's going to hate this one.
Oh, yeah.
I then got one of all the different Zelda games, all in a nice rainbow. If I do a bit of a wobbly board, you'll be able to see it in sections. So that's really cool. So yes, that was really my purchases, I think, for the weekend. Oh no, I got 2 little games, didn't I?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And then you got games as well. My games are over there, I can't remember where I am.
I came away with a board game that we played, Scout, and another board game that we played, Splits.
Yep, which we played Greggle's Rules the first round.
All right, fucking hell. Change your fucking tune, right? I was figuring out the rules, and fair enough, I'll hold my hands up. I got it wrong a wee bit on the first playthrough, but that was what was intended. It was a test run. And then we played it right, and you won.
No, they're not Greg, it's the Lolaist.
It's not Lolaist, it's just Greg fucking up. No.
It just so happens that Greg fucks up on the round that he wins.
Exactly, but we didn't count it. We didn't count it.
And
we got a demonstration for splits, so I couldn't fuck that one up, and then I won.
Well done. What do you got, paper hat?
Yes, please.
No.
Okay.
How was that for you?
Devastating.
Oh well. So basically on the Thursday and Friday we queued for the same game but on different sections. So Like a Dragon, well, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Gaiden. There's the Man Who Erased His Name, which was the first side we played, and then on the Friday we literally hoofed it to get to the actual Infinite Wealth side. Yeah, we did get some goodies. We did really well. So should we start off with a trailer? Should we do some
Let's do
trailer?
it.
Let's do some. Is it this one? Hold on. Is it this?
I think that's either or. The 4 months ago one's obviously the initial one as well, but
Yeah, because that's the Infinite Wealth, and then it's this one, isn't it? It's got to be this one.
yeah.
I've decided it's this one.
Yeah, Gaiden's the one we played first. Yeah.
この動画をご覧いただき、
Oh, good.
誠にありがとうござい
Oh,
ま
from
す。
chatting.
龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山正義です。龍が如くセブンガイで名を消した男は、今年の6月にファーストトレーラーを公開させていた
Oh,
だ
go
き
on.
ました
I just want the trailer. He's not going to give me the trailer, is he?
非常にポジティブな
He will eventually, but I can't be bothered. Let's just go away from you. Let's go here instead. Let's use the PlayStation one. This will be actually something you can watch.
今回の指令はあなた好みの単純な力仕事です。ある人物を警護していただきます。頼みましたよ。コードネーム上流。大丈夫か？
ええ、お待たせしてしまって。
トラブル発生。車はまだか？
到着まで3分。何があった？
お前らも今回り右すりゃ無事に帰れる。さもなきゃ。これから起きる。
This was the second one we played, wasn't it?
全部お
The
前ら
first one we played,
選んだ
Gaiden first.
Is it?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, how many cutscenes will there be? Constant. Constant cutscenes. Oh yeah. We're splitting it.
Yeah.
All the cutscenes. So that was the first game we played. Is that the guy who voices one crocodile in One Piece? Not a clue. Does that help you? First DLC, no new gameplay, but we added 50% extra to the cutscenes. So, yeah, I can't access anything to be able to look that up either, Jordan. All I can access is Popcorn and YouTube right now. So when you saw those big doors open and all the colours came, that's what the part that we played. It was about a 15-minute demo that we got. And I think 7 minutes of it was a fucking cutscene.
Yeah.
It was full on cutscene. Greg, what was your feelings on that?
So I've actually never played a Yakuza game.
Rude.
Never.
Rude.
So I kind of enjoyed it. Like it's obviously very arcadey, and the little area that you get to play around in is very similar to an area in like early Final Fantasy VII, which is cool. So it's kind of familiar, but not. But yeah, it was fun. I had the grand old time. basically knocking 7 Shades of shit out of like 100 people for the last 10 minutes of the demo.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did as well. So you go into the Colosseum and basically you go into the ring and you basically fight a load of people. But it means you get used to the fighting mechanics, especially if you're not familiar with a Yakuza game. Very, very responsive, very well made, as they always are. Same awful subtitles. And 20,000 more cutscenes.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, there was a slight difference with the way that they implied like the different. I know obviously fighting styles is a normal thing in Yakuza games, but they had like the wee gadgety things and stuff you could
Yes.
use. I thought they were cool.
Yeah, so you've got like different fighting abilities. You know, normally you have in Yakuza, but on there it was like you could bring in little. Was it that one? You could bring in little drones and stuff.
Yeah, like there's a wee drone. You could chuck a grenade and then basically give yourself jet shoes on skates.
Yeah. So some of you love the cutscenes, some of you don't. So first DLC, no new gameplay, but we added 50% extra to the cutscenes. That's what I love about a Yakuza game. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it is something that I will be playing through when I get to it. When I get to that point, which is it's going to be some time. Because I'm still trying to work through number 6. Which is still 13 chapters, as generally they all are. With a prologue and a ending thing. But it's still long. But yes, and then on the Friday, we went through and we played Infinite Wealth. Which, if you go back to the beginning of the video, that would be awesome, Lola.
小国と発しまするはジャパンの東京カムロ町町のソープで産湯を使い生は春日名は一番人呼んで浜の英雄と発します奇妙な絵にし持ちまして生き別れの母のためはるばる海越え国越えてやってきましたホノルルシティ
And that is not Kiryu, however much I thought it was for ages. Till I saw Kiryu.
私カムロ町のソープで産湯を使い偉人町で暮らしておりましたが
サラリーマンが板についてきたね
まあコツコツやってるよ俺と結婚してください 契約終了
これが浜の英雄の裏いや真の顔なのです
全部デタラメじゃねえか最近な清流会がきな臭い動きを見せてる高部会長の留守を預かっております若頭の海老名と申します春日さん会っていただきたい人がいますまさか久しぶりだな一言えた義理じゃねえが一お前に頼みがあるハワイに行ってもらうそこにお前と会いたがってる人がいるんだお前の母親だよ荒川の親父がただ一人愛した女性茜さんだ
I'm so confused right now because this is like 10 minutes of the official story, but it's not actually getting to the bit that we did. I don't know. Oh, it's 5 minutes still. See if we can get through a bit more of it.
18.
Just to show you a little bit more.
Like a dragon is going places. Bask in the tropical sun. Take in the
Wow,
ocean
look,
breeze,
listen to that voice.
and join Ichiban as he explores paradise on a mission to find his mother. Alone, far from home, without a penny to his name, he must rise from rock bottom. So pack your
Let's see if we
bags
can
and
get-
get ready. You're going to Hawaii. Complete with a dynamic weather system, the sights and sounds of Hawaii have
It's
been
very
faithfully
American.
created in painstaking
Yeah.
detail. It's shaping up to be the biggest adventure yet.
So, actually going to show you the battle
The
this time.
combat system where characters
So
duke it
it's,
out in action-packed
as you can
combat
see, it is like turn-based. Not my favourite kind of game.
You can move your character during
But-
their turn.
The bit that we played was as 4 of the characters, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is Kiru, Iki, and 2 others. Can't remember their names. And you know what? We had to go in and it was basically do a boss battle, wasn't it? We had to do one little thing and then we went straight into a boss battle.
I did a little bit wandering around and found some other fights on the beach and stuff. But
yeah.
effectively, like it was, they had some bits that you could go and adventure to, but really it was all fairly one track. Get to this place and fight this guy.
Yeah, in fact, it was a copper, wasn't it?
Policeman, pure
but-
dirty policeman.
It was a dirty cop. But I thoroughly enjoyed that. Bearing in mind it's RPG and I don't like turn-based RPGs. The only one that I've actually enjoyed is South Park. And I don't play them other than that. But I thoroughly enjoyed playing it. I like the comedy side of it. I like the different abilities of all 4 characters. It gave it a bit of a mix. But yeah, I quite enjoyed that side of it.
Hell yeah. It was really good. Yeah, as I say, I've never played Yakuza, so I'd obviously seen your streams and other friends stream it and stuff, but yeah, it was as you say, like light-hearted, comical, but had a bit of heart to it. So like the writing's obviously still fairly consistent from the previous games, where it likes to take a prod and a laugh and a joke at itself, but also has a serious undertone. So yeah, and the gameplay was good. Combat, I don't mind turn-based combat. It has its time and place, and I think that the fluidity of the combat itself still kind of makes it feel less like turn-based combat.
Yeah.
So it was nice. Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it.
It wasn't the rigid turn-based that you've seen in previous games. It was quite fluid. Very similar to how South Park is, and that's probably why I will play it and probably not get too angry at turn-based. Like you look at the originals, like the first sort of, I don't know, 5 or 6 Final Fantasies. It was like, I'm going to hit this thing. Wait. Next person's going to hit this thing. And it's a bit slow for me. So, not obviously the newer ones, but especially the ones on the older consoles. Oh my gosh, it was like staring at it for ages. Like, you going to take the hit or not? Like, anytime now. now. But I thoroughly enjoyed both games, but then I'm a Yakuza through and through. No, I'm not a Yakuza. Please don't take that out of context. I'm definitely not. But I love Yakuza. It's like one of my favourite game series. So I definitely had to play both the games. Greg, has it convinced you to try playing a Yakuza game?
Probably not.
Let's try.
I might dip into it, but like I don't know. I'm very similar with like Persona games. Like they are games I should like by all precedents, but I don't like them for some reason. And I think as much as I enjoyed the snippet of Yakuza, it just feels like as much as it is, it kind of hinges too much on open world to like normal RPG, where it's like a single track storyline. And I just know that I'll lose myself to that too much. So
yeah, that's what I do.
Probably why I won't play it.
I'm like, shinies! Which legitimately is what I did. I was like, I think the first thing I found playing the Infinite Wealth was I found a Twinkly. I was like, oh, what's that?
Shiny.
I went full magpie. Yeah. But yes, so that they're like the sort of one of the games that we played, even though it's not the same game, but it kind of is. Twinklies. So yeah, but we had excuse me, our first night we went up on the IFS cloud thingy, didn't we? After EGX. So after EGX, we went and checked in at the apartment. And they were very lovely. The apartment was very nice. A lovely view of the Crown Plaza. If you wanted it.
You could poke your head round the corner and see some of the river, but
Yeah, it was made in the Crown Plaza, though, wasn't it?
yeah, and other buildings that were being built.
And some planes.
Like, yeah, which Lola was very excited about.
Like, Greg, there's a plane. Greg,
Yep.
Greg, guess what? Plane.
Like,
So we went up on the IFS Cloud, which is, if you don't know, is the cable cars that go over the Thames. So instead of obviously building the underground under the Thames, they went, let's put some cable cars up. And what was it, Greg? Just shy of 300 feet up in the air?
yeah, not far off 300 feet up, yeah.
Yeah.
At its highest point.
Yes, and I think just as we got to that highest point, there was a plane that went over us.
Yeah. That's fuck yeah.
I was like looking at his plane, I was like, please make sure you go up.
Yeah. Yeah, because London City Airport's like basically smack bang, like the flight path is smack bang dead on. Like if you look out the side of the car, the wee cab thing you're in, you can stare straight down the runway at London City.
Yeah, you
Cool.
can. It's cool. But yeah, you just kind of hope that the plane is definitely over you by the time it's getting near. Which obviously it is. It was obviously miles, hundreds and thousands of feet above. By the time it actually hit us, what got near us. But we saw a fire as well, didn't we? Potential fire.
It wasn't a fire. It was steam being focused from vents.
Yeah, it was, but it looked like a fire. The people that were in there was like, "Oh my gosh, is that building on fire?" And we're looking at it, it's definitely steam. But
Yeah.
okay.
But to be fair, they were considerably alcoholically infused.
Yes, they were. But we had a lovely time, and we saw the O2. We went over the O2, kind of.
Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah, full round trip. We went and did that before food, because if I'd have done it after food, I'd have probably thrown up. Not great at heights, but I will do them. And then we went to have dinner, didn't we, on a double-decker bus?
On a double-decker bus.
On a double-decker bus that
On
was
a
just
double-decker
parked
bus.
up on the docks. It had been converted into a restaurant. It wasn't like just like a takeaway truck or anything. It was like a proper restaurant that sits there all the time. Yeah, that was... Yeah, I am, Brenna, but yeah, I still don't love them. But yeah, we had a really nice bit of pizza, didn't we?
It was actually really good. Yeah, it was really, really nice.
Really good.
Really, really nice. Yeah, you were raving about the meatballs you got on yours.
What?
You were raving about the meatballs that were on your
Oh,
one.
yeah. Because everything was homemade. Everything was, like, fresh. Like, the peppers were crunchy. You know, they were proper fresh. The meatballs were homemade. Everything was homemade on that thing. And that's what makes it just that really, really nice touch. And also, pricing-wise, I would say it's probably similar to Pizza Express pricing.
Yeah, it's not far off. Like, as soon as you hear London and eating out, you're thinking, oh, Christ, I'm like minimum 50 quid or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it was, I think, what, 14 quid for a full pizza?
Yeah, 14, 15 quid, depending on which one you had.
Yeah.
And it was a good sized pizza, wasn't it? It was a decent size. But yeah, it was an interesting experience. Like, I struggled up the stairs of the bus, like I always do on buses. But it was really, really nice. Really nice pizza. And it was right over from where we were staying, so it's not like we even had to venture far.
Yeah. Which is really cool, actually, because they had that, so like
Chicken
the
Domino's,
buses
yeah.
at the end of that kind of road that had a bunch of food trucks on it, which was, I'd never seen in London before. Like, obviously, unless there was like a pre-planned event or something.
Yeah.
That was cool that they were there all weekend, basically.
No, it was good. And it was like, what, 7 minutes walk from to EGX from the apartment, which was really, really good.
Yeah.
After the whole saga we had of trying to get a replacement apartment, so the other one cancelled.
Oh, yeah. That is saga.
That whole saga, which we won't go into, because it was a time of the month that I do not want to relive. It was horrible. But yeah, we had this lovely pizza and a little drinky poodle, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah, I'm not a massive drinker, but a consumer of alcoholic beverages. But one Lola was very nice to purchase a bottle of whiskey for me. So I had a wee dabble, a wee dram, as it were, And you were on the Di Serrano.
I did. I got through the rest of my Di Serrano while I was there for the whole weekend. But to be fair, that was
Not
only
that
like
that was my fault.
No.
I didn't cause Lola to
No.
drink.
No,
I
no,
want to
no.
just clarify this.
No, Greg, I will stand by that. Greg had one drink, and to be fair, I only had one on each night, didn't I? Apart from the last night, I think it was Saturday night that I finished the
two.
bottle because
Yeah.
I had two because I was like, right, I'm finishing the bottle, I'm not taking that back.
Not taking a him, aye.
So I think that was the only reason I had two. So it wasn't like I'd had a lot. I had one cider on site all weekend.
Oh yeah, because it was like what $7.50 for that like
$7.50 a pint
pish.
of
It was
watered down
honestly-
cider.
It looked rotten.
It was awful. But it was booze. And I had one, and that was quite enough of that, so I didn't have any more. Jordan did just say, a Scotsman only having one drink? It's because you're high on life.
I feel like, well, yeah, exactly.
High on life.
We are at a constant state of alcoholism, so it's like a top up. You know, like when you're halfway through a tank of fuel and you're like, I'll just top it up just to make sure I'm all right. That's what I do.
It's because you have thin air up there. Your air's
You mean
thinner.
non-smelly air, you mean?
No, it's not smelly. It's just fact.
Now I've got a platform. Right, everyone, listen up. England smells weird. Welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you for coming.
No.
It's a fucking smelly shithole.
To be fair, when you go, like, obviously for me, being living in smelly England, as Greg nicely puts it, when I go to London, it feels like I am eating the air rather than breathing it. For Greg, it must feel like a 3-course dinner.
It's like trying to wade through sponge.
So, but I mean, Birmingham doesn't smell weird. London definitely smells weird. I am really tempted to get a drum of whiskey myself. I have 3 nice miniatures in my kitchen, and it was good to give them my sister as a gift, but now I want a whiskey. Brenna, behave.
Brenna, no, Brenna. What drams is it? That's the definitive point.
Brenna is not allowed to drink, really, at all.
No, Brenna. No.
But you can tell Greg.
Be your sister. Yeah.
You can tell Greg what they are. Yeah, you can tell him what they are. Yeah, Kev was like, yeah, I could tell that the air in London is crap compared to where I live. And bearing in mind, Kev's a southerner. Kind of. It's not quite. It is south. But
it's not north, but not south.
Yeah, it's kind of that.
You call that the middle?
No. It is technically the south. It's just like, not like the south. Not London south.
Then it's the middle. If it's not the south and it's not the north, it's the middle.
No. You don't live in the middle. You don't live in the middle. Kev lives in the south. Anyway. So yes, even Kev thinks it's tasty in London. The air's crap. And then, yeah, what else did we have? Oh, and then what we did was we actually had lunch in the XL the first day, didn't we? That was £12 not well spent.
No.
Per meal. Brenna's just putting them in chat now. Smokehead unfiltered 46%.
Never heard of that.
Tobermory 12-year-old 46%.
That's a good dram. Love a Tobermory.
And Kiddo malt rye whiskey 47%.
Never heard of that.
So you've got one out of 3.
Bad or anything. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that they're bad or anything because I've never heard of them.
1 out of 3 that Greg's heard of.
Yeah. I am assuming they're all wonderful drams. As long as they're not blended whiskies, I don't care.
You had a very...
Also shithole. And whatever Hague Club is, or tries to be.
But you had a very nice 12-year-old Lasanta, didn't you?
Did, yes. It's Glenmorangie Lasanta, which is the 10-year-old Glenmorangie finished 2 years in a Lasanta sherry cask. It's very nice.
The kiddo is from Finland. None of them are blended. No, definitely don't buy Greg a blended whiskey as a present. I mean, you can. He won't drink it though.
No, I'll just use it as a fucking Molotov cocktail and throw it back while it's lit. Oof.
Greg, ever the polite. Yes, and then we found a great idea for lunch after losing a lot of money in the Excel to shit lunch.
True.
We then started to venture to the Nisa store, which was all of 3 minutes walk from the Excel.
Yeah.
Down about
And
20,000
en
stairs.
route from the apartment as well.
Aye. But we didn't do that. We went at lunch. So yes, we went there and it was like £5 and you got a baguette, crisps, or a snack or something, and a drink for £5. And it was a lot better. Yeah, bottle of juice. You got a lot more food than what you did for your £12 in the middle of the XL. Which was really, really good.
Because the first time we got it, we didn't even get the baguettes. I got a sausage roll and you get a tatty dog.
I did get a Thai dog.
And it was it's the same cost anyway. I got a bit of chocolate as well, and it was just over £5.
Yeah, mine came to 6, I think, because I'd bought extra stuff. But
Yeah.
we literally took that back into the XL, sat in one of the seated areas and just ate it. So, you know, it's not like we had to be abandoned outside. Not that it was really raining or anything, and Greg was really glorious in all the freezing cold.
Oh, it was wonderful. Truly wonderful.
I was not loving life as much. It was cold. Then, what were the other highlights of like where we were staying and stuff? The Nisa was definitely a highlight, and the Tesco below where we were.
Riot.
Tesco was a riot. But you saw lots of other people that had been going to EGX there as well in the Tesco.
Yeah, very much so.
So I think we're all staying roughly in the same area. Probably they were all at the Crown Plaza, paying out a mortgage to stay there. Oh.
Yeah, or that other hotel that was at the top of that road.
Aye. And there we were, just in our little apartment, which was cool. I mean, it was an all right part of London, to be fair. It wasn't too gnarly, was it?
No, God, no. Yeah, you could tell it was a shouldn't place.
Yeah, it was. But there was
Definitely a shouldn't place.
There were some lovely restaurants to look at. Didn't really fancy paying for them every night, but and then
where did we wander after dinner or before dinner? Before we got the cloud car things, even where did we wander around the dockside?
Yeah, we did. That was very beautiful. We could see the Sunborn Yacht Hotel, and then we could also see the O2 from the other side, couldn't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, we had
and
some.
You nearly stacked it into the fucking Thames.
Yes, I did. I didn't realise there was a slope. I went up the slope. So that would have been fun on the first day. Just ended up in the Thames, probably contaminated with tetanus and many other diseases from the Thames. But yeah, we had a very nice, lovely time in the apartment. What did we do for? We did eat there a couple of times in the XL, didn't we? Because dinner and stuff, and made it easier. We did Friday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did another day because I got a bagel.
Yeah, the Friday we did again. I think both my meals were shite.
The bagel wasn't too bad, and the big burrito I had was all right. It's not as worth what I paid for it, but it was fine.
And then the Saturday, we just, to be fair, I wasn't feeling great mentally. So we went to Tesco's and just bought some food. I had a salad and Greg bought himself a curry.
I did. It was a lovely curry and some naan breads.
Some naan breads. And then Sunday, to be fair, we were driving back. So we went to the Nisa on the way to EGX, picked up some food to eat in the car on the way back up. And basically had KFC on the evening, didn't we, once we got back?
Oh, yes.
With the mothership.
With the mothership, the wonderful mothership.
Doing a quiz. And
yeah, which turned into, as expected, a fucking riot, but it was funny. It was genuinely fucking brilliant.
It's like, who built the pyramids? Bob the Builder.
Bob, 100%. Oh, geez, Bob.
Bob the Builder did everything. That was my answer to pretty much everything, because I didn't know the answers. And in the end, Mother won.
She did.
Oh, Greg, stop making your nana into bread. It's not cool.
Bananas did.
Don't make her into bread.
Well, carriages did.
Could. Some weird people probably would. To Scotland.
Eh?
Oh, good old Bob, Kev says. Good old Bob.
Good old
Bob the
what a
Builder.
guy.
What a guy. He was a good guy. He was the answer to most of my questions, to be honest, and I did quite well. It was never the right answer, but it was always good. I agree, Brenna, but you know, maybe a bit dark. And then we went into Friday. Other than playing Yakuza, I can't remember what else we did. Wandered around like
Friday
losers.
was Natural 6 and
Oh, yeah.
Dark Room.
Aye, it was. So we went to go see Natural 6, which Greg wanted to go see, and it's D&D, and that's not my game. It's not for me. Not my jam. It's it was probably the longest hour and a half of the whole event.
Holy shit!
It wasn't. I'm
And
joking.
You weren't even there for some of it because you fucked off to go to the bathroom halfway through.
I did, yeah. And bearing in mind I was in a wheelchair at that point, I had to wheel myself to the bathroom, and try not to kill people, which I nearly did quite a few times. But yes, it's a good cast, and you know, for what I understood of it, it was actually really good. It wasn't the longest hour and a half of VGX, trust me. That was definitely the Sunday.
Oh my god, yeah.
Sunday was the longest part of the GX, I can assure you. But no, it was really good. It was really good to go in there and sort of experience it. For me, I don't know if I can get a trailer for them.
They do on, and if you go, let me send you one.
No, I've decided there'll be one on YouTube.
There is, yeah.
There'll be one on YouTube, it's fine, we can find one. Kickstarter trailer. Will that do?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Just as the moon rises as the sun sets, darkness follows light, and there is a darkness coming.
I've been waiting for you. Well, little brother.
That dagger is different. It's special.
The web is wide.
And we're feeling lucky.
Should we play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes!
Hello, we are Natural 6, and welcome to our Kickstarter.
Yay!
Yay!
It was so good.
Thank you.
So I'm sitting beneath the trees, marveling at the beauty of the shape of the leaves and the night sky above and beyond.
5 agents of the web are moving now.
Like an anger, like a seething anger inside of him, like this calm is like there's a rage there.
Well, this is gonna be fun. Shall we, guys?
What a day you're having.
I'd have no wisdom.
You recognize fear, or you recognize a quickening of the breath.
Just chaos all around us, and...
That's a running theme for you, I reckon.
Yeah.
Sat beneath a tree, staring up into the canopy and the stars above.
Come here. Come on.
I actually respond really well to that.
Do I? Do I?
Yeah.
I think you have.
I do, I already have.
I don't wish to alarm anyone, but
Too late, already alarmed.
You've been around rocks, never seen a good person eaten.
That one, baby!
You can get all up in this thing's business.
And I will. And I'm gonna action surge.
I just want to take a shot from the shadows.
You've cheated death.
Oh my gosh!
D&D, baby!
Amazing.
Great.
Everyone take a breath! Everyone take a breath! No, that's going to go on the Kickstarter. That's just great. That's great B-roll. This is great content.
So yes, that was Natural 6. So a lot of faces you'll probably recognise. Yes, Doug Cockle is there. Along with Holly Bennett, Aoife Wilson, and some other people.
Ben Clark, Alex Jordan, and Harry McIntyre. And the other 3 chaps you see.
Some other people. Alex Jordan was Mr. Hands in Cyberpunk. That's the only thing I know, and I know that from the cosplay the next day. I wouldn't have known if not.
Ben Stark's most recently known for being Clive Rossfield in Final Fantasy 16, and Harry McIntyre plays a bunch of voices in the Xenoblade Chronicles series.
Fair. Thank you, Greg. Yeah, Aoife is from Eurogamer and also was on Video Game Nation back in the day. Holly Bennett, also Eurogamer. and PlayStation, and also worked for Atlas for a little while. So yes, as I say, it was entertaining as a show for me. Bearing in mind, as I say, I don't understand D&D. I don't wish to understand D&D before either you or Jordan get any fucking ideas. I don't wish to ever understand it. I don't get it. I don't wish to get it. But for somebody who didn't understand it, it was entertaining. It was good. It was fairly easy to follow for me as well. The story that they were progressing. But yeah, so they're on Kickstarter. If you want to go, you like D&D, you want to support their Kickstarter, go for it. It was highly entertaining. And yeah, that's my thoughts. And Greg, would you like to add more because you know more about D&D than me?
Yeah. So for anyone that might be interested, the world is completely homebrewed by Harry, who's the DM. And it's a wonderful setting that he's created. And there's a lot the video that you can see just 3 down. Welcome to Reliquary. I can never pronounce it right.
Yeah.
Is a nice little
name.
intro as well to the story that Harry's created. But they're all wonderful humans. They're all lovely. The Kickstarter is to help them make basically a proper actual play production of a D&D game. So yeah, you'll find them on Kickstarter under Natural Six, and yeah, there's some interesting characters there, and Ben, Holly, and I think Alex are all new to D&D. And Doug and Aoife and Harry have all played D&D for a while, so yeah, there's a good mix of new people and experienced D&Ders.
Yes,
yeah, it's wonderful. And as Lola says, the show was great. Obviously, they only had an hour and a half to kind of spin a tale, but it was fantastic. It was really good, and everyone kind of just got into it. So yeah, it was grand.
Yeah, he did manage to get every single character involved in the hour and a half, and from what I know of D&D, that is generally quite difficult to do. Depending on the story that you're looking at. So yeah, it was genuinely entertaining for as far as I could enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, there, Greg.
Yeah.
No worries, Jordan. I'll see you in a bit. So then we could stay in the room because I had claimed disability by that point. We could stay in the room for Dark Room. I don't need to tell you any more about Dark Room. We've talked about Dark Room a lot because I like Dark Room. I'm even wearing my Dark Room hoodie today, so... I'm a bit. We know you're a bit of a pain in the arse.
I'm making no comment.
No, you're not. So yeah, went to Dark Room. I was obviously in a wheelchair in the middle. John, the one highlight, but not highlight as such because John did injure himself, obviously, because it's Dark Room. John goes and smacks himself in the back of the leg with the mic box just as he jumps on stage, and then spends the rest of the game, or the show, limping. Because he is an absolute sausage and he just hadn't attached his box properly. It happens. They are finicky little things. But then eventually gets down the stage, walks about 3 steps, sees me in a wheelchair right in front of him and just goes, "I've been complaining about my leg and there's my friend in a wheelchair." So it was a moment. It was caught on stream. So if you go back to Robotron's streams on Twitch, you will see it right there. So yes, that was interesting. And then basically we dropped the chair off and then hobbled back, didn't we?
Yep.
So glad you.
Friday.
It was. So glad you said John injured himself because it's Dark Room, because I swear that man is a danger to himself, very determined but an idiot. No, it was genuinely. He didn't even do it on purpose. It wasn't him being stupid either. It was purely just the little box that holds your microphone fell off, swung, went into the back of his leg, obviously while he's got his big boots on, as he enters the stage. So it wasn't even anything. It wasn't even stupidity this time. It was purely just one of those things. And oh my gosh, like if you saw the tweets that like later on in the day, it was very swollen.
Gnarly, dude.
Yeah. So and then he was walking around the next day with his walking stick.
Yes.
Not that I saw him, because Saturday was a whole day.
Yeah.
Saturday we met up with Kev. and Gaz the Kitman. But we found Kev first. Anybody want to take a guess where we found Kev?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it was Sawbrenner. Anybody? Brennan, do you want to guess where we found Kev? At the COD queue. Yes, we did. We find Kev in the COD queue. And anyway, we left him there. Damn COD. Yes. So then we went.
Kev.
We went off to find Gaz, and then we brought Gaz to meet Kev, and then they stood there and announced, just to let you know, we only have keyboard and mouse. We have no controllers. If you want to waste your EGX complaining to me about the fact we haven't got controllers, then that's your decision. They were quite snarky about it. So I think they'd had a little bit of trouble maybe the day before, because Thursday was quite quiet, Friday was a tad busier, Saturday was heaving, and Sunday was dead. So that was literally the 4 days.
Accurate.
Yeah,
Accurate.
It was fucking accurate. But yeah, they had basically announced that they had no controllers. One of the biggest games out there, and they could not bring controllers with them. So, and you know what? We genuinely felt for Kev, because, like,
Yeah.
there wasn't even a way of Kev being able to go in and sort of see it either. Like, watch over people's shoulders. I know it's not great, because it's not like playing the game and sort of working out how it all works and stuff, but, like, for a big stand like they had, as Greg said while we were there, they should have had it separated off. One side for controller, one side for KBM. And had two separate runs.
12. Yeah.
They had enough space to do it, but we realised it wasn't very popular when we went to the cosplay competition. We will come back to that on the Saturday, and the host basically goes through, anybody played Mario? Yeah. Anybody played Sonic? Yeah. Everybody played like another game? Yeah. Anybody been to the COD stand? Silence.
There's like a single whisper of a voice somewhere in the back of the audience. But...
and basically he kind of graded them a bit, and they went, well, they won't be back next year. Oh well.
Oh, that's the other game we played, Super Mario Wonder.
We did play Super Mario Wonder. Let me bring up a little trailer.
Yeah, where I played the best character.
Daisy.
Yoshi.
Daisy. Hello, Selec. How are you?
Buongiorno, Monsiorno.
It's almost like they alienated their audience. Brenner, they're COD. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, they know they're selling it anyway.
Yeah. As Kev did tell us. He's like, well, I'm going to buy it anyway. Yeah, we're all good, thank you. Jesse!
There he is.
There he is. So yes, that was Super Mario Wonder. I made up for not going on COD by playing a couple of good strategy games. Yes, you went and played your ship game. I don't know if either of you will remember what that game was. To be honest, if a game provider showed that little care for my needs, I wouldn't give them my money again, but I'm a stubborn kid. I'm also a stubborn kid. Yeah, so it was a little bit crap, to be fair. Like, you know, a game like that, of that magnitude, just not having controllers. It was so random. Even on the Super Mario Wonder stand, so the Nintendo stand, they even had a choice of controllers. So some had the actual Switch controls onto the dock, and others had the actual the Pro controller. So there was even a choice on a flipping Nintendo stand of 2 controllers, depending on which one you could work. Card? No. You can play keyboard and mouse, and you can play keyboard and mouse only.
The boat game is called Bootleg Steamer.
Cool. We'll get to that in a minute then. So yeah, Super Mario Wonder. I mean, it was a Mario game, so it's obviously fun. Okay. So yeah, we'll go to those as well. Kev, you can join in this little review. Yeah. So we played that. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I played as Daisy. Greg played as Yoshi. Yoshi cannot take the elephant formation.
Doesn't need any special powers. He's just a god in himself.
And what I kept getting annoyed at was the fact every time I jumped, I kept ending up on Yoshi's back, and then I couldn't get off, and it was annoying me. So, but we got about 20 minutes on that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
20 minutes.
Yeah, played 2 full levels.
Yeah. And it was actually genuinely a really good game. It handled well. It was easy to work. A bit tricky to work out how to do the different sections, such as like how to squirt water with your trunk and how to be a drill and all that sort of stuff. But it was fairly easy, as most Mario games are. And Greggles?
Hi.
What was your opinion?
I really enjoy it. So like, it's been a while since I played like a mainline Mario game. So I didn't play Galaxy. I think the last one I played was Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. So I haven't played anything
Great game.
after that. It was just a phenomenal. Love Sunshine.
Phenomenal game. Yeah, never learned that anyway.
And I think I like the fact they've gone back to it's still got 3D element to it, because obviously, like you seen in the trailer, there's some of the maps kind of move and things in different perspectives and what have you. But I like that it's gone back to 2D. I think it's done well. The powers are cool. They've obviously got a bunch of new characters in there in a new location. So yeah, I think it's going to be great. Nice entry point, especially for like gamers and stuff that are now, coming of age, as it were, to be able to play them and, get it on a Switch. So yeah.
No, it is a really fun little game.
Yeah, and you can play multiplayer in main story as well. So it's not like you've got specific multiplayer. It's the same game whether you play it yourself or with friends. So
yeah, no, it was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And we met Mario and Luigi a little bit later in the weekend. And the photos I've got are just Luigi just not even looking. So rude. Typical Luigi.
He knows he's the bridesmaid of this operation, so.
Of course he does, because he is. It's a poor bloke. He's not getting his own game ever again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a bit of popcorn out of my keyboard. So yeah, we played that, and did we play any other big games while we were there? GREG.
I think that was it, really. Because the only other sort of big game was the new Sonic, but the queues for that were insane all weekend.
Yeah, and the same with One Piece as well. One Piece was fairly gnarly on the queue every time I looked at it.
Oh, the Persona stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, no, I'm not going to go play Persona. It's not my game. It looks fun. That's about all I've got to offer for Persona. Right, so Kev played... Oh, no, hang on. What was your bootleg game again?
Bootleg Steamer.
Game. See if there is actually a trailer. Apparently there is not. So, right. So, Greg, tell us about Bootleg Steamer, man. Let me see if I can find it on here.
Bootleg Steamer is kind of resource management-y. It kind of has like a board game vibe to it. Where basically you are a ship captain in Prohibition era USA, and you have to travel to Canada to be able to illegally transport alcohol across the border. So you're up against some natural elements. There's like whirlpools and stuff that'll like suck you in, and then there's obviously like the land and stuff as well. But you've also got the Coast Guard, who are always on the watch. So if you bump into them or you get caught at a port offloading illegal stuff, then you get arrested and what have you. So there's like a really nice concept to it in that way, but you can also upgrade your ship as you find bits and bobs. There's crew you can hire that give you boons, and they also have flaws. So yeah, it's quite a nice wee game. It's one of those wee games that you can kind of dip into for an hour or two or whatever, just to kind of tide you over for a bit, and then just that's it. It's quite a simple game to get into and to understand, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
Cool. Well, Kev's come in with did look a good game. Bootleg Steamer did look a good game.
We had a good chat with the guy, Kevin I.
Nice. So, hold on. Starship Troopers.
Terran Command.
Terran
Command. South, Selleck. It was the South. It sucked. England smells. England is shit. Thank you.
Let's watch a trailer.
In every age, there is a cause worth fighting for. But in the future, the greatest threat to our survival will not be men at all. Now the youth of tomorrow must face an enemy more devastating than any ever imagined.
I like weird praying mantis things.
Have you never seen Starship Troopers?
No.
Very good fun.
Dude, it's a strategy game.
Takes you to the
Yeah, but Starship Troopers is a film.
Yeah, I know.
Starship Troopers, Terran Command.
And yeah, I don't watch films, so. But yeah, so Kev played Starship Troopers, Terran Command, and then Endzone World Apart. What did you think, Kev? Come on, join in the stream via chat. And we'll watch this one.
Earth used to be our home. Until the nuclear catastrophe plunged it into chaos. Only few of us were able to flee to large bunker complexes.
Because it's like a spreadsheet, Kev.
I grew up in darkness.
It's not.
It is.
150 years,
Strategy games.
we
Bloody
finally
spreadsheet
returned to the
simulators.
surface of the Earth.
No! It's
Yeah.
not. Don't need a fucking spreadsheet to play them.
At the beginning,
You
it
do.
all came down to surviving. We began to store water and stock up on what was absolutely necessary. It looked as if our preparations were going to pay off. But the planet has changed.
We're going through EGX at the minute, Selec. But yeah, I'll hop it on at the end.
Droughts and sandstorms plague us time and again. Consequences of the drastic destruction of our environment. But we weather these dangers. We forge ahead to make this world bearable again. And look with curiosity toward the future.
We have created a new home for ourselves in order to lead a happy.
I mean, I like Fallout. That's all I got. It's about as post-apocalyptic as I get.
And yet, no peace lasts forever. Some survivors envy our hard
Here
work.
come the spreadsheets!
We won't allow our success to be simply taken away from us. We have to act. And we'll overcome this threat too.
Nope! No, I don't. Can't stand them. I think they're boring.
But to give our descendants a tomorrow. We will live on. It's up to you to build our future.
I have nothing against other people liking them. Can I just point that out? It's just that for me, I find them boring for me. I just wanted to clarify that little snippet there. It's not that I think all city builders are shit. It's just that I don't enjoy them because for me they're shit. But if other people enjoy them, I can see how they could be quite nice to play. But all for me, no, it doesn't entertain my brain enough.
Too much waiting.
There's too much waiting, and I'll get distracted and I'll switch off from it. So that's why I can't play those sorts of games. They're too slow. I need Yakuza where there's a fight every corner. And then after about 20 of those, you're sick of fighting everybody on a corner. So, there's, before I forget, I actually ended up I played a couple of indies, didn't I?
The Moomins one.
Yes, Snuff Cannon's Ghost Pier. I went to play this, didn't I?
Yeah, which is very cool. I did like the art director of this a lot.
Yes, this was a very interesting game. From what I can tell, that everybody's dead and everybody's a ghost. No grey hoodie man in these games. I know, right, Kev? It's just rude. And you can all fuck off with your nice art style. And yeah, it was good. I actually really enjoyed it, and I did want to sort of get that at some point in the future, because it was very, very interesting as a game. Now you played the Samurai, didn't you? Game, what was it called?
I
can't remember what it's called.
Just looking through the indie list on EGX's website.
Okay.
Try and find it. Where are you?
Might be on the Twitter. But anyway, while you're doing that, I'm going to bring up Paper Trails, which was the other little game that I played.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think these had a trailer, so we might have to go on an adventure onto Google.
Yeah, because I think that was one of the ones that was...
One of the Wales ones, wasn't it?
Uni ones, yeah.
One of the... Yeah, I think it was Wrexham, that one. Yeah, it's not... It's not got anything. There's no something to show you, but I think it was called Paper Trails. But basically, you ran around as this rabbit, trying to avoid a wolf. But the design of it was very, very clever. It was all, like, paper style.
Yeah.
Very, very clever game. I was right at the end of the demo and I couldn't do it. I gave up because the wolf was annoying me. Me rage quit a game? Never. Nah. Yeah, so we found it.
Yeah, yes, it's called The Spirit of the Samurai.
Spirit of... No, that's POV. The Samurai. So Greg played this game. What was I playing at the time? Wild Mender. I was playing Wild Mender.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'm going to tell you a story.
This is what Greg played.
Extraordinary spirits united to face the darkness.
I'm sure somebody did have to say it.
Three incredible warriors defying fate and even death. I, Kitsune, spirit of the forest, was a witness and a part of it.
No, Momo.
I'm going to tell you.
So, I was right excited for that game. Like, when I saw the trailer before we went to EGX, I was right happy for it. I was like, that looks really cool. It looks like, 2D platformer, like Castlevania. I thought, this will be sick. And then I sent Greg to play it. Greg!
Hey,
What did you think, mate?
So, you actually seen a clip of the demo part that I played, which is the part where the cat is like hiding behind rocks with a big creature that's eating bodies and stuff. I didn't like it. Because there's basically. So, unless this is meant to be how it's played, but it certainly didn't feel like that's how the setup was. I don't know if it's meant to be roguelike and that you basically fucking graft yourself to the gears. Because it also got very irritating because every time you died, they played the same fucking little cutscene and it's like, gonna just let me fucking skip this and just go back to the start again. But yeah, so like I played Cat, which has no combat abilities, it's off stealth. But they don't let you know that it is a stealth section. It just like you pick the cat and then it's like here's a level, and you just have to figure it out yourself. There's that little bar on screen, which I eventually figured out the right hand side was like a stamina bar. I didn't understand anything that was going on, and it was just really poorly presented. If they had presented it better with like a better tutorial or like an info screen or something that said this is a stealth section, the cat has no combat abilities, you have to hide and make your way, I would have probably enjoyed it a lot more. But it wasn't presented very well. And again, I'm the same opinion. This trailer looks great. People Japanese mythology is really cool. I had a lot of interest over the head with a similar style. But the game demo wasn't presented very well. And because like it wasn't even on a timer, or if it was, I didn't finish the fucking timer because I geed up because I was like, this is fucking doing my square in. But yeah, so if it had been presented better, I think I would have probably enjoyed it more. But for what I played of it, it's very roguelike in that I'm assuming you basically just go until you die, and then you rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Now, as I said, I had a great promise for it, but unfortunately, you do find that sometimes when you go to the indie stands, they have put a demo out there, and it's great because it is still in its very early stages, but it's a case of being able to let somebody who's never picked up a game before play a game, and I think that's probably where they failed a little bit. You've got to cater it for, to somebody who's never played a game.
Yeah. And eventually I managed to figure out all the fucking controls and stuff.
It's such a shame.
To figure it out, but it's probably a good game. It's just not presented. It wasn't presented well on the day.
Yeah, hopefully they do some more work on it, because obviously it might still be in very early stages. And, there's a demo that gets released, so people can actually try it again. Because if Greg's had that opinion, he's probably not the only one that's had that opinion.
I mean, the actual gameplay itself was cool. Like, the stealth aspect of the cat, it's very difficult because it's 2D as well, and it's very difficult to understand perspective in it. You kind of just have to hope that you're in the right place to not get caught. So mechanically, the game's great, but it's just that it was a terrible experience to play it.
Yeah. So while Greg was having a very terrible experience playing Spirit of the Samurai that I thought he'd really enjoy, and obviously I got it wrong.
No, I mean, but that's the thing. You're right though. Like, it's a game that I probably will enjoy.
Yeah.
But it's just not at that given moment.
No, and that's fair. These games, when they bring them, they're either okay or, they're really good, and it's a very mixed bag. But I was playing this. Well, now, we all know my love of crafting games. How much I despise them. I love them. Watch the trailer. Shut up. Now, it had a beautiful, beautiful soundtrack. And the thing about it was, although it's a crafting game, and I'm not a big fan of them, and will I actually play it? Will I actually buy it? No. But for a crafting game, it was actually really easy to work out, really easy to use. It was, you know, very user-friendly for the buttons and everything. You know, you knew exactly what you were doing as soon as you picked it up. It took me about maybe 2 minutes to work out which button was which. Because I'm used to a certain setup and it was slightly different to that. But it was very easy to work. It's very pretty. Crafting doesn't take 4 hours for it to do its thing. You know, come back in 4 hours. No. So, you know, it was a very simple crafting game. And I'm sure it gets harder as you go through the levels. And the sections, but do you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's got a little part of it similar that reminds me of No Man's Sky in the fact of when you go up to a plant or anything, you can scan it and you can see what it is and its properties and what it can give you, and which I actually really enjoyed about No Man's Sky before they ruined it. Before they fixed it, they ruined it. So that's the worst pre-order I've ever done in my life. They broke the game by fixing it. But yeah, I recommend Wildbender. I thoroughly enjoyed it as a demo. As I say, would I buy the game? No, because I wouldn't invest enough time into it. But that's not to say it was a bad game. It's just something that is not my genre of game.
Yeah, I think totally, like, from what I watched as you were playing, it's very pretty. It kind of gives me a little bit of a vibe of a game called Pathless. Just in its kind of presentation, its art style thing.
That's
but yeah, it looks great. Like, it genuinely looks fantastic. And again, it's one of those little games that you can put an hour or two into and then just drop it and pick it up whenever.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, your big AAAs that you feel like you have to sink 4, 5, 6 hours at a time into. You can just dibble into it and then come back and then dibble into it and come back. It's just a game that kind of you'll always have installed so you can pick up when your brain just needs an itch.
Yeah, as I say, it was. It gave me, when I first watched the trailer before we went to EGX, it gave me sort of Rhyme vibes with the art style. You know, in a different setting, but the sort of similar sort of art style for me. But yeah, highly recommend checking it out. If crafting games, survival games are your kind of thing, and you don't really want all the zombies coming to attack you, I do recommend having a check out of Wildbender. And then what else did I play? Oh, there was Snufkin, wasn't there?
Snufkin!
So
And you had your eye on the Precinct as well, was the other one you had the eye on.
Yeah, we looked at the trailer for Precinct on Discord, but I don't know. I don't know if I want it or not. Anyway, moving on.
In the northern part of the world.
And I'll try and find if that wee thingy game you played as well is the wee
transcending cultural boundaries.
Bunny Rabbit.
Metal detecting one.
Oh, yeah.
Appeal can be traced to the story's themes of friendship, melancholy, and adventure, which have resonated with audiences across generations. Among the inhabitants of Moomin Valley, we find a free-thinking spirit and philosopher with his signature green hat and harmonica, Snufkin, A true wanderer, he has embraced a nomadic lifestyle, cherishing his independence and sense of adventure above all. When harmony is disturbed in Moomin Valley, he returns to restore the natural order of untamed beauty and rescue his best friend, Moomin Troll. Join
Moomin
Snufkin's
Troll.
adventures in Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley.
So, although that wasn't the gameplay, do you know what? I ran around and pulled signs out. And that is literally the whole point of the game, as far as I got, and it was great. I highly, highly recommend looking at Snufkin. It is a game I will buy, because it was nice. It was a nice game. Oh yeah, I forgot about the metal detecting game. The one that was playing bars with, weren't we?
Yeah, Morgan Metal Detective.
Morgan Metal Detective.
Yeah.
But I think this will be... I can't remember of any other decent ones that we played, to be honest.
I've gone through a lot of like the whole page on the website, but
I can't get
there was anything.
I can't get a trailer for that. Basically, I went around as a metal detector with a person holding a metal detector, and it was very clever how they did it, because it used to come up on, it was coming up on different sections of the bars to say how good a thing it was that you were scanning over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, very simple mechanics. You know, there wasn't really much to say about it.
No, yeah, it's in a similar category as Snufkin in that it's just a nice wee game.
Yeah.
It's obviously not going to have a lot of content to it, but it's a very nice wee game. It's very pretty, and it's just a gentle wee jaunt in a wee gaming sphere.
Yeah, exactly. So this was the first... Oh, I know what we can do. One more trailer. So what we did, like, I don't normally go to panels. I go to Dark Room and that'll be it. I won't go to any more panels, maybe cosplay. So we actually went to a panel about how narrative connects with the music of a game. And it showed, like, this game. And do you know what? I'm in two minds whether to actually get it myself, because it's a bit dark for me.
Yeah.
But it's so incredible. Very Doom-esque.
Yeah. Was it hell thing, whatever is Doom's described as?
Incarcerated here.
Yeah, it was Brenna, wasn't it?
Moon. I recommend making yourself comfortable, as you're going to be here for a very long time. I need you to take control of my remote wardens and scout the depths of the abyss. An inhospitable place far below the surface of this alien moon. I should warn you, the abyss has a tendency to attract undesirable things. My best advice? Try not to die.
Yep. Not Silent Hill.
Oh, and I almost forgot to introduce myself. My name is Aylin, and I'll be watching you.
So, the story side of it, I'm very, very interested in. I'm not so interested in being, like, running around like Doom. But you basically play as the character, I can't remember what the character's called. And because you have the lunar gene, which means the red eyes, you have to be sent to jail, basically, this special jail. And you have, they're sentenced to, I think it's 1,000 years or days, or 10,000 days or something silly. And you basically do these tasks, and every time you do these tasks, your sentence gets reduced. And you learn about Aylin, who is in the room with you the whole time. They are in the prison cell with you. and you get to know that character. Some of the music that they've made for this game was just absolutely incredible.
Bracket.
Yeah. Although the Doom-esque kind of gameplay is not my style, I might get through it just purely so I can play the game. Because it is a narrative-driven game. A Bullet Hell, that's what it's called.
Bullet Hell, yeah.
But it's actually you get to learn about the characters. And from what we heard on the panel, Aelin, who is the big massive head in the fucking room, is a very young character. And you learn more and more about Aelin's life and past while you're there. So it's, do you know what? It really did interest me, and I'm pleased we went to that panel.
Yeah, totally. Because that's the thing, is that they weren't there to show off their game. The whole purpose of the panel was about how the story and the sort of the narrative tale that has been written for the game is enhanced and even sometimes solely hinging on the music that they've created for it, because two of the big pieces that they have was the main protagonist's theme and then Aelin, who's the warden's theme, which are there's kind of even the guy who did all the music, the composer and everything, they recorded a lot of it in a church, so that they kind of got a lot of that religious and that kind of cathedral-esque sound into it. So yeah, they did a lot of work to make it as good as it is, and yeah, the story seems great.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, it is a little bit scary, but to be honest, I think because it's a bullet hell, you don't really get to see a lot of the scariness. You kind of just shoot at everything that moves.
Basically, yeah.
as you do in those kinds of games. But it is something I might look at if it comes down like in a price thing, because I'm not sure it will be my thing, whether I will be able to get through it. But just so good. So well composed. And from what we saw of the story, very well written as well. So yeah, it is one to keep an eye out on for me. Other things that we attended, obviously we went through Natural Six in the Dark Room, but we actually went to the cosplay catwalk on the Saturday. And not to mention every single person that walked on there, but that's just the absolute artwork that goes into cosplay is just incredible. I've become more and more aware of how much work goes into it in recent years, and you look at some of these costumes and outfits that these people have made, and they're just a work of art, an absolute work of art.
Yeah, the championship, I felt for those two judges that were sat just in front of us, they had a horrific time trying to figure out who should win.
Yeah, they did. They really did. Weirdly, it was one of the girls' friends that won in the end, because she won last year. Not a fix. But there was some cool cosplays. Link and Zelda for me were pretty much at the top of the pile for me personally.
Yeah, they were brilliant.
Then, did you have a favourite, Greg?
Trying to rack my brain for what was on the stage.
We had a load of cyberpunk cosplay, didn't we? Because there
was a full section for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sub-Zero was good. Yeah, Sub-Zero was good.
Sub-Zero was good. Yeah. The person that won the championship came back in their Aloy, which you obviously said they had wore last time.
Yeah, they came in the Aloy because they won as God of War, didn't she?
Yeah, Freya. Yeah.
Freya. Yeah.
Trying to think. Yeah. I can't really pick out any one particular one that I really, really liked. I thought they were all fantastic.
They were
great.
all incredible, like such incredible craftsmanship that went into it, and you know, just the time and the skills, as Brenna's saying, and the money that costs is just absolutely incredible. However much I've always wanted to do cosplay, I'm like, have I got the A skills and B time to do that? Because it is a full-time job.
Yeah, basically, and that's the thing, is that like you can make cosplay more expensive by commissioning it, but if you have the ability, then you can make it fairly cheap and still look as incredible as people that do it competitively around the world. So
yeah, it was the cosplay catwalking competition was truly incredible. It really was.
Good times.
Yeah, and I'm pleased we went. I mean, I'd like to have seen Sundays as well, but I wasn't waiting around EGX all day Sunday for that. There's pins in my eyes. But no, there was some really cool. Not as cool as the one that I saw last year, and I don't know what the character was, but that was terrifying. That thing, it stood about 7.5 feet tall, and it was like a enemy, I think, possibly from like one of the Souls games. It seemed like they were from that, and it literally stood 7 feet tall, and it was just a hunchback skull with this massive like drape over it, and if it came up behind you, you'd fucking shit yourself. But it was such a good cosplay. Like, it was so realistic. Because they were just genuinely walking around like this all EGX. I don't know if Kev will remember them from last year. I don't know. But yeah, it was an okay event. I think that's me done with EGX, or if I do go to EGX, it will be like the one day. To go to Dark Room, and that'll be about it.
Yeah, I think there's definitely not enough there to make it 4 days worth, as much as obviously had like the tabletop areas and the free play areas and the retro games and stuff. You can get around that in a day easily.
I mean, if you're a slow walker, maybe 2.
Yeah. Well, not even. I think even as a slow walker, I think you could do it in a full day, but you just might not play the games you want. So you would need a second day to get on the games you want. I think realistically, that's the only reason that you would need 4 days, is to do all, like, because if you, as we said, like you had Persona, Sonic, Mario, the Ryu Gagatoku guys with the 2 Like a Dragon games, and then COD. So realistically, one of those is going to drop, and there's your 4 days, and even then, that's just like the morning.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Kev's glad he did 1 day this time. To be fair, Kev, I wish I had. Because like it was a long 4 days, just purely for the lack of things to do. Like not for any other reason. It was just purely the lack of shit to do. And you go in, you couldn't actually get near any games anyway, like because they were just all being hounded. You know, and it was just yeah, it was a bit much this year. That's the other amazing thing about cosplay. The weight and heat of some of the costumes, even with using lighter things like foam, is insane. And the rigs to hold things like wings. Yes, it's just a truly incredible thing. It really is. Like, truly incredible how much skilled these people are. Genuinely. Yeah, same for me, Kev. It has just dwindled down in quality for me over the years. I do want to try WASDA, but that's not going to be the case next year because it's too close to me going abroad and also UK Games Expo. So I might see if they do another WASDA by IGN and see whether I can get to that, which is generally around September. Hello, Cerberus. Oh, I was supposed to find a different game. Selec put a game in earlier and I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Jump Light Odyssey. So we'll just watch this. This is nothing to do with EGX, but Selec asked for me to show Greg this. You missed absolutely fuck all, mate. Absolutely fuck all. Other than watching Kev get really angry at the fact that they had no controllers. Yeah, they did, Kev. Even last year's EGX, even though it was shocking, still had better merch. But yes, apparently you have to watch this, Greg.
Watching.
He's concentrated, Selleck. His concentrated face. Ever wanted to play The Sims song in space?
Basically, innit? Yeah, it's like theme, like the theme games, like Theme Park or Theme Hospital or whatever.
Aye. Greg, what do you think, mate?
I think it's like it kind of makes me think of the style that the new Voltron is presented in. It's kind of like if Voltron was a sim style game.
Yeah, fair. I mean, Selleck's just said 2 Point Hospital in space. Brenda said Princess Peach plays a Sims space, and Cerberus just put animation styles bring back early morning cartoon vibes from my
100%.
childhood.
Yeah, like that's exactly it. Like it's, and I think it's probably going to be quite light-hearted from the way that trailer's been done as well. So
Yeah,
I'll
agree.
definitely give it a peek and see what's happening.
Aye. But yes, that's kind of us done on here. Greg, do you have anything to add?
England's a shithole.
Other than slagging England off.
Thank you very much for asking me to come along, as I genuinely had a very good time. It was wonderful to spend 4 days with the wonderful Lola and enjoy all the games that genuinely I probably wouldn't have played as many games, because when I go to events, like I know they're there and I'll like go, oh yeah, that's cool, and not actually do anything. I'll just go like panels and buy art and card games.
Yeah, that's fair. As I say, I don't really do panels at all. But no, it has now finally opened my eyes. I can't bring myself to pay the money to go down there anymore. Like for something that's just not remotely even close to what it used to be. So I think I might do a day, if I can do a day there and back for thingy for WASDA, just to try it. Yeah, just to try it and see how I feel about it. If I think it's good vibes, then I'll book the next year. But I don't want to waste another 4-day event, like just wandering around. Yeah, for something that's not great. Why am I staying at yours? You're in the bloody south. It's in London, man. In London town. I'll get mauled by a dog. It's a monster dog.
This is a dog. He said a monster dog. Is it a dog?
It is only 40 minutes, to be fair. I could go stay with the crew that are all north of London as well, but I just like being close by because I'm a lazy piece of crap. He is a bear. He's a bear. Dave the bear.
Dave the bear.
So yeah, I have nothing more to add to today's stream. Do you have anything to add, Lay Greg?
Not anything constructive, or I've been told not to.
He's such a horrible person.
Not a horrible person.
Pain in the arse.
No.
I just realised it's blinding my eyes out. But no, I was bloody blinded by the light. My bloody retinas were on fire. So, but no, I genuinely appreciate Greg coming with me and babysitting me and wheeling me around on the Friday. It was fun. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything. I generally say it anyway, Brenna. That's the way forward.
Yeah, same, but then Lola tells me to shut the fuck up, and then I go, okay. And shut the fuck up again.
In the nicest possible way.
Nicest possible way? I doubt it very much.
I will hurt you.
I've told you your threats don't. Your threats don't mean anything to me. You're welcome to kick fuck out of me. I would enjoy it.
Yeah. Just yeah, whatever. Anyway, it was good time. I'm pleased I didn't go on my own. It would have been a rough 4 days on my own.
Oh, fully, yeah.
Can you imagine? I'd have just had to go around every single game and wait. I might have even had to go play COD just to fill some time.
Just to kill time.
And Persona.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. It you know, some good games there. I've opened my eyes to a couple of games that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. So that was good. We went to some really cool. Don't mention COD.
COD.
Is that like my relationship with Arkham Batman, Kev? Where we don't talk about Batman because Batman's dead to me.
But we see Batman.
No, but Arkham Batman.
But he isn't dead, but
he's dead. He's dead now.
I mean, he is in Arkham Knights.
He's in Gotham Knights as well.
Gotham Knights, even, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. You'll buy that game, Kev. You've probably already pre-downloaded it.
Yeah, it's already pre-ordered, Kev. Don't even start.
But no, it has say that is me not going to EGX for especially for 4 days ever again because it was shite. And because TikTok were the sponsor, they hid 2 of the QR codes within their booth, and you could not access them.
So yeah, actually, I like the scavenger hunt part. For as much as TikTok fucked it.
Yeah, so if TikTok hadn't have been the sponsor, I think we'd have been fine. I think there's probably would have been more to do.
Yeah, and I think that's potentially the thing that EGX have done is they've made it more creator focused.
Yeah.
So like obviously they had that big area behind the TikTok bit for all like the creators and guests and stuff to chill out in.
Yeah.
And they didn't really focus as much on the actual public experience. Because obviously like you had that GI Academy area as well, which is all like jobs focused and like unis and stuff presenting their courses for games and what have you.
Even the GI Academy, that was tiny in comparison to what it's been previously.
Yeah, it was quite wee. And even that like small stage in the middle of it just was quite pitiful.
It was. Birmingham EGX when that was a thing. It's not anymore. They moved it to London to appease the Londoners and piss everybody else in the country off. It was much better then. Even when it first moved to London, it was okay. But then it just went downhill and downhill quick. And Kev said, yeah, I only paid $5 for it as I had loads of reward points. So don't you come at us with your crap, Kev.
Listen, you can pre-order it and still be butthurt about the controller situation. Like that, those are not exclusive.
Kev, have you checked the actual full game's got controller support? My God, if it hasn't, like I'll complain on your behalf.
that would be quite funny. I'm not gonna like it. As much as I know that would be genuinely painful.
But no, I would. You have, yes, okay, that's all right then. As long as you've checked, Kev. But no, that is me done. I am done for today. Greg, thank you very much for joining me on this very lovely stream.
It was absolutely my pleasure. It was wonderful to retell the story of our time in London. Although
Indeed.
You did mention your fun times on getting down on Thursday morning.
Huh? I just hit traffic, man. I'm used to it.
That and the fucking torrential rain.
Yeah, the torrential rain, that was not fun. I didn't enjoy that. There's a cat just rolled over and looked at me. What, Henry? It's 4 o'clock, mate. You don't get fed till 6.
Henri!
Weird cat. But yes, I am going to vacate at this point. Greg, thank you very much. I will see you again soon, obviously. And you guys, I will be back next Saturday, which is the one before the charity stream. I'm going to promote that a bit more this week. because we have a charity stream. Brenna's up first on the 31st of October on Halloween over on her Twitch channel. And then on the Saturday, the 4th of November, I return to Twitch for one day. one day only. And that's it. I'm going again. And I will be doing a 14-hour stint for Cats Protection alongside Brenna, who will be doing her stream on the Tuesday the 31st. So please do come and check us out. I will keep posting on socials so you can see the donate link. There will be incentives for both of our streams. Just coming out of Twitch retirement for one day. Just for one day! I am not Epic Brenna. So yes, much to... And then also Greg is going to appear on that as well. Aren't you, Greg?
Yeah.
There's a new We Were Here game. So we thought we'd torture Greg a little bit further.
Those games aren't torture.
The Joker is. The Jester guy.
I don't mind them.
You didn't like him at first.
I just thought he was a bit of a melt. Like... But I suppose he's meant to be, isn't he?
Yeah, true. Hey guys, you've caught us right at the end of the stream. We are going to be bouncing out. We've gone through EGX as best as we can. Greg said, hiya.
Hiya.
Hiya. Hiya, alright. Hiya, alright. Hiya, alright. Yep, guys, obviously lovely to meet you as well at EGX. Kev, always a pleasure. Greg, you're alright.
Like, I'm not gonna deny it. It's understandable, really. Like, I fucking spending more. Like, I have to spend time with myself, and even I fucking hate it. So, to anyone that willingly chooses to, like, fucking all salutes to you, because that's fucking
thoroughly enjoyed spending time with you, Greg. And don't worry about it, guys. It's not a problem. You've not missed anything too exciting, to be honest, because I feel like death. So I am going to go and get probably another drink and do some cleaning and then go get myself in the shower. So that's exactly the excitement of my life on a Saturday afternoon. Greg's so excited by my Saturday afternoon that he's celebrated it with a yawn.
Yeah, I'm doing exactly the same.
Woo! We know how to live in our 30s, don't we, mate? But no, thank you so much, everybody. I am now going to end the stream and put the end screen on. And I'll see you all next Saturday. Take care. Toodaloo. Bye-bye.